Welcome back. What if I told you there's a new SUV that could travel over 1,000 kilometers on a single combined tank and battery setup, offers cutting-edge technology, premium comfort, and a price that makes some of the biggest automotive giants nervous? For years, Toyota dominated the hybrid SUV world. But now, a challenger from China is gaining attention so quickly that many experts are asking one shocking question. Has the BYD Seal U DM-i finally found the formula to beat the Toyota RAV4 hybrid at its own game? The automotive world is changing faster than ever before, and right at the center of that transformation stands the BYD Seal U DM-i. At first glance, it may look like just another modern SUV. Sleek body lines, futuristic lighting, and a premium presence are all there. But beneath its stylish exterior lies technology that could completely reshape what people expect from plug-in hybrid vehicles. And the most surprising part? Many buyers still don't know what this SUV is truly capable of. BYD has been growing at an astonishing pace. While traditional manufacturers spent decades refining hybrid systems, BYD took a different path. The company invested heavily in battery technology, electric motors, and energy management systems. Today, it is one of the world's largest electric vehicle manufacturers, and the Seal U DM-i represents years of engineering experience packed into a family-friendly SUV. The moment you see the Seal U DM-i, it feels different. The front design carries a clean, sophisticated appearance inspired by ocean-inspired styling themes. Thin LED headlights stretch across the front, creating a sharp and modern face. The body flows smoothly from front to rear, reducing aerodynamic drag while giving the SUV an upscale appearance that looks far more expensive than its actual price. But that's only the beginning. As you move around the vehicle, details begin revealing themselves. Flush surfaces, elegant curves, and carefully sculpted panels help create a refined look. The rear section features a full-width light bar that instantly makes the vehicle recognizable at night. It feels futuristic without trying too hard. Yet BYD engineers weren't focused only on appearance. The real story begins when you open the door. Inside, the Seal U DM-i feels like a vehicle from a higher segment. Soft touch materials cover major surfaces. The dashboard design is clean and uncluttered. Ambient lighting creates a modern atmosphere, while premium seats provide impressive comfort for long journeys. Then your eyes are drawn toward the centerpiece of the cabin, a massive rotating touchscreen. Yes, rotating. One moment it's horizontal. The next it rotates vertically. It's a feature that still surprises people the first time they see it. While some may initially think it's a gimmick, it quickly becomes clear that the flexibility actually improves usability depending on navigation, media, or app functions. And what happens behind that screen is even more impressive. The software ecosystem feels more like a modern smart device than a traditional infotainment system. Navigation, entertainment, voice commands, smartphone connectivity, and vehicle settings are integrated into a seamless digital experience. Over-the-air updates continue improving the system long after purchase. But BYD didn't stop at technology. Space is where the Seal U DM-i begins to challenge established rivals directly. Families often choose SUVs because they need practicality. Rear seat passengers enjoy generous legroom and headroom. The flat floor improves comfort for middle passengers. Cargo space is substantial, making road trips, shopping runs, and everyday family duties easy to manage. Everything sounds impressive so far. But none of this explains why so many analysts are comparing it to the Toyota RAV4 hybrid. The answer lies beneath the sheet metal. This is where the DM-i system enters the story. DM-i stands for Dual-Mode Intelligent Technology. Unlike conventional hybrids that frequently rely on gasoline engines, the Seal U DM-i is engineered to operate primarily as an electric vehicle during many driving situations. That distinction changes everything. In city traffic, where most people spend a large portion of their driving time, the electric motor handles much of the workload. This means smoother acceleration, quieter operation, and lower fuel consumption. The gasoline engine often acts more like an energy assistant than a traditional power source. It's a completely different driving philosophy. And that's where things become fascinating. Many traditional hybrids use a balance between engine and electric power. The BYD system leans heavily toward electric driving. As a result, drivers often experience an EV-like feeling without suffering the range anxiety associated with fully electric vehicles. For many buyers, this could be the perfect middle ground. Imagine commuting daily using mostly electric energy. Then, when a long trip arrives, simply continue driving with the support of the gasoline engine. No searching for chargers. No waiting hours for battery replenishment. It sounds almost too good to be true. But BYD's engineering team spent years perfecting this balance. The battery technology itself deserves attention. BYD's famous Blade Battery has earned a reputation for safety and durability. Unlike conventional battery designs, the Blade battery structure improves packaging efficiency while enhancing resistance to thermal incidents. Safety tests involving punctures and extreme conditions generated headlines around the world. And what happened next surprised many industry observers. Instead of merely competing against rivals, BYD began setting benchmarks. The Seal U DM-i benefits directly from this battery expertise. Depending on the version, drivers can enjoy significant electric-only range before the gasoline engine even needs to assist. For many households, daily driving could occur almost entirely on electric power. Think about that for a moment. A family SUV capable of handling school runs, grocery trips, and work commutes with minimal fuel usage. That's a powerful proposition. But performance matters too. After all, efficiency alone doesn't make a great vehicle. Fortunately, the Seal U DM-i delivers an unexpectedly refined driving experience. Instant electric torque provides smooth and responsive acceleration. Press the accelerator, and power arrives immediately. There's no waiting, no hesitation. The vehicle feels calm, composed, and confident. At highway speeds, the cabin remains impressively quiet. Wind and road noise are well controlled. Long-distance journeys become less tiring because passengers aren't constantly exposed to engine vibrations or excessive noise. Yet there's something even more impressive hidden beneath the numbers. Many people assume plug-in hybrids must sacrifice driving enjoyment to achieve efficiency. The Seal U DM-i challenges that assumption. The integration between electric motor and gasoline engine feels remarkably smooth. Power transitions happen almost invisibly. Drivers simply experience continuous acceleration without constantly noticing which power source is currently active. That level of refinement is difficult to achieve, and it reveals how seriously BYD approached this project. Now here's a fact many viewers may not know. The global success of BYD isn't just about vehicles. The company manufactures many critical components internally. Batteries, electric motors, semiconductors, and software systems often come from within the BYD ecosystem itself. This vertical integration gives BYD unusual control over development and production. Few manufacturers can match that. The result is faster innovation and potentially lower costs. And that may explain why the Seal U DM-i offers so much technology for the money. But the story gets even more interesting. When comparing the Seal U DM-i against the Toyota RAV4 hybrid, the competition becomes surprisingly close in some areas and dramatically different in others. Toyota built its reputation on reliability, fuel economy, and proven hybrid technology. Millions of satisfied owners trust the brand worldwide. That legacy cannot be ignored. However, the Seal U DM-i introduces features that make buyers look twice. The larger battery capacity, the extended electric-only driving capability, the advanced cabin technology, the premium interior presentation, the EV-like driving character. These advantages create a compelling alternative. Suddenly, buyers who once automatically chose Toyota are beginning to explore something new. And that shift is significant, because changing customer habits is one of the hardest things to accomplish in the automotive industry. The Seal U DM-i also benefits from the growing popularity of electrified transportation. Consumers increasingly want lower emissions and reduced fuel costs but aren't always ready for fully electric ownership. This vehicle arrives at exactly the right moment. It's almost as though BYD studied the market's biggest frustrations and designed solutions for each one. Range anxiety? Reduced. Fuel costs? Lowered. Charging dependence? Minimized. Comfort? Enhanced. Technology? Abundant. But the real reason this SUV has generated so much discussion is something very few people know. The DMI system prioritizes efficiency so aggressively that under certain driving conditions, fuel consumption figures can reach levels once thought impossible for a vehicle of this size. For families facing rising fuel expenses, that matters enormously. Over months and years, savings can become substantial. And that's where the Seal U DM-i stops being merely an interesting vehicle and starts becoming a serious financial argument. Yet even after all of this, BYD wasn't finished. The SUV includes an impressive collection of driver assistance technologies. Adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assistance, collision warning systems, parking aids, and advanced camera systems help create a safer and more relaxing driving experience. These features work quietly in the background, supporting the driver without feeling intrusive. It's the type of technology that becomes more appreciated over time. The longer you live with the vehicle, the more valuable it feels. Meanwhile, exterior practicality remains strong. Wide opening doors improve access. Storage compartments are thoughtfully placed. Rear cargo flexibility supports active lifestyles. Everything appears designed around real-world usability. And that's often where vehicles succeed or fail. A car can have impressive specifications, but daily life quickly exposes weaknesses. The Seal U DM-i seems determined to avoid that trap. Perhaps that's why its popularity continues growing across multiple international markets. People aren't simply buying a vehicle. They're buying an idea that combines electric mobility with traditional convenience. An idea that challenges assumptions about what Chinese automotive engineering can achieve. An idea that suggests the future of transportation may arrive from unexpected places. And as competitors watch closely, one question continues resurfacing. What happens if this formula succeeds on a massive scale? The answer could reshape the global SUV market. Manufacturers everywhere may need to accelerate innovation. Pricing strategies could change. Feature expectations may rise. Consumers could benefit from stronger competition than ever before. In many ways, the Seal U DM-i represents more than a single vehicle. It represents a shift, a signal that the automotive landscape is entering a new chapter. As we approach the end of this story, we return to the question that started everything. Has the BYD Seal U DM-i killed the Toyota RAV4 hybrid? The honest answer is more complicated. Toyota remains a giant with decades of trust, experience, and customer loyalty. The RAV4 hybrid is still one of the most respected hybrid SUVs on the planet. But the Seal U DM-i doesn't need to destroy the RAV4 to change the game. It only needs to prove there's another way. And that's exactly what it has done. By combining long electric driving capability, advanced battery technology, premium design, impressive efficiency, and remarkable value, BYD has created a vehicle that forces the entire industry to pay attention. The most insane part is that this may only be the beginning. Battery technology continues evolving. Software keeps improving. Manufacturing scales are expanding. Future generations will likely become even more capable. If the Seal U DM-i is a glimpse of what's coming next, the future of family transportation looks very different from what most people imagined just a few years ago. And perhaps that's the biggest surprise of all. A company that many drivers barely knew a decade ago is now building vehicles capable of challenging some of the most established automotive names in the world. Whether you see it as a hybrid revolution, an engineering breakthrough, or simply a smarter family SUV, one thing is undeniable. The BYD Seal U DM-i has arrived with a message. The era of traditional hybrid dominance is no longer guaranteed. A new contender has entered the arena, armed with cutting-edge technology, bold innovation, and the confidence to challenge the status quo. And if this SUV is any indication of where the automotive industry is heading, the next decade is going to be absolutely fascinating.